Independent retail is primed to step in, perfectly suited to address people connectivity. This episode of Main Street Matters is brought to you by Wood Underwear, Marchesi Ginfrati Neckwear, and Inspiro Tequila. I'm your host, Teresa Zimmerman. Hi, welcome to Main Street Matters, the podcast for independent retail owners and Main Street supporters. We're here to share inspiring stories and insights that help promote and strengthen independent businesses. They are the heart of our communities. I'm your host, Teresa Zimmerman. Let's dive in. I want to talk today about your customers. I keep hearing from stores whose customer bases are aging out. And I wanted to look into it because I didn't believe that younger consumers didn't want to shop in stores. And I'm also maybe an optimist, but I believe there's always a solution. What I did find is younger generations do want to shop, and independent retail specifically. So I want to talk today about how to seek them out and how to invite them in and have something for them. Having a diverse customer base, demographically share a business type of business is very important no matter what business you're running. You guys all know that. I hear it from you, and that's why you're worried about that age diversity, the impact it's going to have on your business, and whether there's anything you can do about it. So the answer is there is. Research from Abnova and McKinsey, I'll put some links in the notes section, but research shows that Gen Z and Millennials, those younger generation customers, they want, wait for it, curated assortments, unique products, no delivery fees, no waiting time, nothing hard there yet. They want to support local. They are social and eco-conscious. They grew up that way. Shopping local actually speaks to that for them. Personalized service, intimate shopping experiences, and online, offline hybrid shopping options. So all of that should sound really familiar because that's your business. That's what you do. And the fact that they want it and research is showing it, that's amazing. So that's all good news. You're already great at most or all of that, and you're certainly ideally positioned to take advantage of it. It's all about relationship building. It's all about that personalized service. So all this technology we're all connected to isn't proving to really connect us together. Gen Z and Millennials are maybe more disconnected than ever from other people. Independent retail is primed to step in, perfectly suited to address people connectivity. Gen Z and Millennials are missing that personal connection. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's important because this is what you guys do. And this is a proof point that you can do something about attracting that younger customer to your store. Because going back to the research, it shows that they want personal connection. You can give it to them. So we know there's a need. How do we attract them? How do we attract that younger shopper? We need to meet them where they are online, share your journey. A lot of you guys are online already, and then creating reach through social media becomes a big part of that. And it doesn't always have to be that post about outfit of the day or be overly promotional. That's not really what's going to engage them. Most people, your customers, your today's customers, have no idea what goes into running a retail store or the level of care, craftsmanship, all that dedication behind the scenes, even all the personal touches that they won't even notice until you tell them a story about it. Alex Hamka from Alexander's Custom Clothiers up in Michigan, he wasn't really interested in social. He got talked into it. While he had a crew in doing some recording for content, he went back in the back and just started doing his work. The camera crew followed him in and asked if they could record while he was working as a tailor. And he said, sure. So they put together, 60, 90 seconds of that, put it online, and it went crazy, went viral. So the point of that is that people want to know what it is you do, that behind the scenes stuff. That story, that piece of content was so authentic because he was just doing what he does every day and he was letting people into that. That realness and that sharing through social media brings your customers and prospective customers closer to you. So it deepens their appreciation of the work that you do. It creates connection. That's one example of many. You know what you do every day. How do you create content of that? So beyond the, here's the outfit of the day, this goes with that. Or if you do it, this goes with that. Talk about why. Talk about your your experience, your professional. Talk about your expertise, the expertise you bring to making those decisions. They want to know all that. That engagement is amazing. 2, make sure your offer is approachable and draws new people in. So don't underestimate the power of an invitation. Think about it. When you go places, when you're in the post office, walking down the street, meeting new people in an event, because you guys are all involved in your community, are you inviting people back to your store? Even people that don't look like you? Are you inviting that younger person to come into the store? Don't underestimate the power of the invitation. Make sure your social media is also inviting people in. That invitation's important. And then once you get them into your store, have something for them. If you think about Corey Healthman, if you guys listen to Main Street Matters, Corey was a guest on my show, and he talked about having different price points in all different categories, so that he could cater to people who were demographically diverse. And different price points is important, especially if you're talking about a younger person. Although younger people don't necessarily want to spend less on clothing, but you do want to make sure that you have something for a diverse group. And then welcome them in. Corey's team is great about that. They get a welcome when they come in the door. A lot of people are hesitant to walk in the door. They're not sure if they're welcome. They're not sure if it's too expensive. They're not sure if it's too formal. They don't know if you are okay with just browsing. So, it is important to make that connection, make that invitation, and make sure that right up front, you have something for them. A key part of providing exceptional service that you guys always do is crafting that atmosphere that feels approachable and welcoming. Once they step inside, back up that first impression with curated selection, the service that you guys all do so well. Make people feel at ease and valued, that there's something there for them, and that they'll come back and tell others. 3, build trust. This is one of the biggest strengths of independent retail. Trust between retailers and their customers or clients thrives on mutual sharing and understanding. If you, again, listen to Main Street Matters, I'm going to keep referencing my guests. Curtis Holloway from Suitability. I mean, Curtis couldn't be more authentic. He's one of the most authentic, open people I think I've ever met. He shares his stories about how he came to the business and the passion he has with clothing and what clothing does for your client, for him, for his clients. And his clients love him for that. They want to come hang out with him because they know he has their interest at heart and they just want to know more about what he does every day. If we break it down a little bit, offering personalized advice like what to wear and why it works, it builds credibility and it deepens your connection with clients. And sharing your expertise on the fabrics, fits, style tips, all of that shows your knowledge. When you apply that to your customer, that's when you begin the trust exchange, because your customer feels like you understand their personal style and preferences. Why? Because you've asked, you've learned them. You begin to build that trust with them as you're applying your expertise to their situation. You solidify your trust with them when they also learn about your experiences and background and passions and how it fits with them, how you can help them. This exchange builds loyalty and lasting relationships. So again, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. It's not rocket science, but there are reminders that all of the things that you do every day fit with that younger customer as well as your current customers. They just may not know it. And so you need to tell them. Meet your future younger customer where they are. Meet them online and offline. You're all out in the community. Invite them in wherever you meet them. Welcome them. Have something for them when they get there. Build that trust, which involves mutual sharing. As much as you want to learn about them to apply your knowledge to them, they want to know about you. It's that shared experience and that understanding that starts to develop long-term relationships. Independent retail stores on our main streets are the heartbeat of our communities. You offer service, character, personal touch that younger generations crave. Many of you are already taking action on all of this and sharing your experiences and resources, and we need to keep that up and expand it. There's so much that we can learn from each other. So the point of this conversation is to look at your customer base. How do you need to diversify it? Does it need to skew younger for the longevity and legacy of your business? Let's say yes. Okay, so now you need to apply all of the things you're already doing to this new base, to this new younger generation of shopper. They want it, you do it, you need them, and they need you around. Why do we love independent retail stores? It's very simple. It's about relationships. It's about personal touch. And that is something that transcends generations. Your experiences can have a big impact on other independent retail owners and operators. And I invite you to share your experiences here in the comments section, DM me, email me, I'll get them out. I would love to know how you are attracting a broader, more diverse, perhaps a younger customer, and I would love to share that. Thank you for being part of this conversation. Thank you for tuning in to Main Street Matters. Hope you found today's episode insightful and inspiring. I'd love it if you would share Main Street Matters with fellow retail owners or anyone else who loves Main Street. And please subscribe so you know when the next episode drops.